why don't we get very quickly into a performance from the World Figure Skating Championships in 2004. This is Evgeny Plushenko. So would you like to talk us through what you might have seen if this were accurately being judged today in terms of levels and scores, and just maybe footwork is one of the places to start too?
Okay, thank you, PJ. First of all, I just want to say that this was 2004, so this was the first year of the CPC system, and the coaches and skaters were still getting used to the system, so working the kinks out.
Learning,
yes,
learning
exactly.
about it. Nobody really knew anything just then. It was really, I mean, we've come a very long way in a very short time, I think.
Yes, we have.
So we're looking at Evgeny Plushenko, undoubtedly a wonderful jumper. Everything would hold up from that standpoint today.
Exactly. From the beginning to now, there's not a lot that has changed. As we get into further in the program, watch the steps and moves in between elements. And we're getting into footwork, I believe, here.
We started to talk quite a bit with Louis Stong a couple of days ago about this whole idea of transitions. Now, when you're judging, what are you looking at?
Well, as a judge, we're looking for the quality of what the skaters are doing, the quality of the edge, the quality of the movement, how they're doing it with the music. And from a calling standpoint, they're looking for the defined edges and a variety of edges. In that particular step sequence, there was a lot of basic steps, which Plushenko did well, but however, they're very, very basic. And in true Plushenko fashion, very a high level of performance throughout everything
Showy.
he does. Exactly, yes.
There was something to be said for the showiness, that's for sure. One of the things that we've been talking about, or I've been hearing about from fans, is that they feel that under this new system, skating has become very mechanical. I don't really see it that way. I think that when we compare, this is this footwork sequence. Now, tell me what you think.
Okay, first of all, the movement is very sporadic, lots of toe steps. Again, not a lot of variety, very basic. Those are brackets and 3 turns. They're very simple turns. We don't see any counters or rockers that you would expect for a skater of this caliber. And as again, from the waist up, very showy, but if you look from the waist down, fairly basic.
Now, yourself as a former senior men's competitor, when you used to do footwork, did you experience what Patrick Chan's been talking about in terms of the tremendous wear and tear on the body and the amount of energy that was expended?
Well, back when I skated, it was more about getting as much speed and flying through the footwork as fast as possible. I think really back in that era, footwork almost became an afterthought between the elements. Today, it's just, there's as much energy put into a step sequence as there is into a triple-triple combination. And as you see, a lot of this program, there's a lot of 2-foot skating, a lot of posing, and a lot of presentation towards the judges, not really reflecting the whole audience.
Which is what we're doing now. Now, if we take a look at Evan Lysacek's short program from here at the Four Continents Championships, we were in the studio with Laurie Nickel on the day that this took place. He, of course, is the new world champion. Now, the construction of this program, how does it differ from what we used to have?
I really think there isn't any wasted piece of music. Every note is being used. The arms are up, the levels are being used. There's a greater attention to detail, and this comes through in the transitions, which is a major program component.
So how about you point out a transition as it happens?
Was ready to go before that jump, considered a transition, and also transitions exiting jumps with the arms up, these 3 turns.
So the better programs that you're seeing today, they have something to watch, something going on at all times during the skate is what it sounds like.
Exactly, everything's connected through 3 turns, edges, counters, rockers, extended positions, not just crosscuts and stroking.
I've had lots of conversations with judges and coaches alike along the way, and I've heard more often than not from people like Mary Jane Stong that the skating, overall skating quality has improved as a result of the introduction of this new judging system. And with the kinks being worked out, we're seeing more and more creativity coming back in as people become more used to it and less cautious.
Yes, they've had to learn the importance of doing all the different types of edges and steps that are available to these skaters. As they do them, they are being rewarded with these levels. So they've been forced to step up. And for many skaters, they have always been capable of doing these things. It's just a matter of providing them the venue that they can execute these skills.
Now, I think we're getting ready for the straight line step sequence here. In comparison to what we saw with Plushenko's, what would the differences be?
Well, just to start off, the variety of steps, the twizzles, the directions. There's multiple changes of directions, which is a major aspect for the step sequence. Levels.
How do you keep track as a judge of how many turns have taken place?
Well, that would be up to the calling team of the specialists, assistant specialists, and the controller. The specialists themselves, they don't make any notes. They just call what they see. And the controller and the assistant specialist would be taking notes, keeping track of the number of turns, the number of steps, and whether they meet the requirements to achieve the levels.
And what is the magic number to start off with?
To achieve
how many variations of turns are we looking for in a superior footwork sequence?
Oh, off the top of my head, usually we have a little sheet to help us.
Do you know what? I usually think it's 4, as a matter of fact. That's what I thought.
And this is an example of the requirements for the step sequence has been changing in the last couple of years. So as judges and officials, we need to keep up with this.
We thought it would be fun, again, in a historical performance. This is Oksana Bayul, who went on to become Olympic champion. This is her 93 Worlds performance. Again, we're going to focus on what used to be versus what we're seeing now. This is her short program.
One thing that really hasn't changed is the performance level of these highest ranked skaters.
Yes.
Particularly with Oksana, she was always known for her performance, her showmanship. But between the elements and the footwork, that's where we really want to watch what she's actually doing with her blades.
Now, I know that some people will think that we really can't compare a performance from 1993 to that of today. But if Oksana Bayul were skating today, I believe that she would have adapted to this new system and would be equally strong as a competitor in today's world. Same goes really for Barbara Ann Scott. If she were competing today with our equipment and our tools, she would still be a world beater.
Exactly. You can't
now tell me
deny
about
there's
that
fine
spin.
quality. That spin was fairly weak, loss of balance. You would expect it to be stronger for a skater of her caliber. Here you would like her to be moving more across the ice. A lot of posing. It is ice nonetheless, and we should use it. And she always liked to present to the judges a lot. Here that sit spin could have been lower. And in this environment, she doesn't have the levels or the changes of positions, so that would be a basic level 1. Whether she could move that up, probably could, but she'd have to do it, and she'd have to spend more time in the spin.
Yes.
Spins are all these spins are quite short compared to today.
Yes. Now, let's contrast this with Yuna Kim. This is her short program from the Four Continents Championships. Now, even contrasted against Evan Lysacek, Yuna Kim is truly a child of this new system. She didn't remember a 6.0, so I think that's very much reflected in the short program and her skating overall.
Yes, exactly. And just going back to the idea of attention to detail, every piece of music, every note is being used. And again, she's maintaining that performance level, which the skaters from yesteryear had, but she's incorporating everything else with it as well.
Now, we had a very good question from a viewer. If you are on this women's panel today and judging for over 8 hours straight, how do you maintain your focus and stay fresh?
Well, first of all, you get a lot of rest before the event.
Yes.
And be well prepared. I should also mention that an event of this length is very rare. It's not every day that we have an event of this length. But skaters who are, judges that are well prepared and they can stay focused, and there are resurfacing breaks where they can kind of collect their thoughts. And there are a lot of pauses in between each skater, so the judges are able to kind of just refocus, kind of take their mind off for a little bit. But generally, it is hard to focus, and they get through it.
Take them one at a time.
Exactly.
Well, I'm hoping that you're going to be willing to stay focused and stay with us through the next ice resurface, where we can continue more of our exciting conversation.
Certainly.
This is a wonderful performance from Yuna Kim. This is Group 8. This warm-up group includes Alissa Czisny.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Na Young Kim.
Na Young Kim of Korea skating to Romance by Ludwig van Beethoven. Her coach is Changju Lee. She's the 2008 national silver medalist. This short program music she changed after the Four Continents Championships. She was 16th at this year's Four Continents, where she was 4th a year ago. Her choreographer is Yutaka Higuchi. Very solid triple flip to open the program. Triple Lutz, triple toe combination. Wonderful extension of the free leg through that spiral. Nice variations of turns. Lovely lay back. Nice variation to a hair cutter. Na Young Kim of Korea.
Na Young Kim from Korea.
I love the height on that triple flip. Here's the preparation for the Lutz. Turns in between to execute the second jump for the combination.
The scores, please, for Na Young Kim. The short program scores, please. The total score for Na Young Kim, representing Korea, 51.50. This is a new season's best for Na Young. She is currently in 3rd place.
Canada's Cynthia Phaneuf is in 2nd at this point in the competition. The leader is still Elena Glebova of Estonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for our next competitor, representing Germany. Here is Annette Dytrt.
Annette Dytrt from Germany is coached by Michael Hood. She's skating to The Feeling Begins from the Last Temptation of Christ soundtrack. Her choreographers are Yuka Sato, Rostislav Sinitsyn, and Laura Costa. Annette is the German national champion, ranked 7th at the European Championships, 12th at last year's Worlds. Triple flip, double toe combination. Fall on that landing edge of that triple sow. Look at the speed throughout that spiral sequence. Double axel, she's a little wobbly on those landing edges. Look at the variations of turns and lots of speed throughout the circular step sequence. I like the way that this program has built in an intensity and held on to speed throughout. Annette Dytrt of Germany.
Annette Dytrt from Germany.
Opening combination. There's the fall on that triple sal. What I liked was the very quick recovery.
Alle zu Hause. Lu, Claudi.
Picture of her puppy, that's cute.
The scores, please, for Annette Dytrt. The short program scores, please. The total score for Annette Dytrt from Germany, 51.04. This is a new season's best for Annette. She is currently in 4th place. She represents the Slovak Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ivana Reitmayerova.
This next skater, Ivana Reitmayerova, represents the Slovak Republic. She's skating to Junona and Avos by Alexei Rybnikov, arranged by Svetlana Pikos. Coached by Iveta Reitmayerova, and her choreographer is Anna Matiskina. This year's national champion. She was 8th at Junior Worlds this year and 11th at the European Championships. Very easy quality to both that triple and double toe combination. Lovely double axel. I love the wonderful speed throughout that spiral sequence. Again, there's an ease to her jumping style. That Bielman position, nicely held. Ivana is able to hold on to her spin positions for a very long time, and a strong jumper as well. Ivana Reitmayerova, representing the Slovak Republic, coached by her mother, Iveta.
Once again, Ivana Reitmayerova from the Slovak Republic.
Very elegant presence on the ice. Triple toe, double toe combination. "16-year-old showing tremendous poise. Bev sent in a question about rotation, wondering how it is decided for the kids. The kids actually, if you are a coach, they pretty much decide for themselves. Everybody has a favorite way to turn. And that, once that's determined, and usually by starting to work on 2-foot spins with the kids, it's from there that you help them jump in their preferred rotation. Mistakes have been made along the years where a coach has allowed a skater to jump in one direction and spin in the other, but it really isn't recommended. So that's a question for Bev. Not a question, an answer for Bev. Yeah, it's really the same idea as throwing or riding or whatever. There is a natural preference, typically, for one direction or the other. And Barbara in the Maritimes wanted to know how many pairs we have qualified for the Olympics and next year's Worlds, and the answer is 2 pairs. You take the top 2 finishers, and we have 2 or more in each of our disciplines. The top 2 finishers, you add their placings together. If it adds to 13 or less, then we would qualify 3. In the case of our pairs, they finished in 7th and 8th place, our top 2 finishers. That added to 15, which means we've qualified 2 pairs. Pretty exciting, though, to have 3 Canadian teams in the top 10.
The short program scores, please. The total score for Ivana Reitmayerova, representing the Slovak Republic, 52.98. This is a new season's best for Ivana. She is currently in 3rd place.
She is just 0.16 behind Canada's Cynthia Phaneuf, who is still in 2nd place with a score of 53.14.
She represents the United
Leader
States.
still from
Ladies and
Estonia,
gentlemen,
Elena
Alissa
Leonova.
Czisny.
Alissa Czisny is a beautiful skater. Skating to the Swan by Camille Sanson. Coached by Julie Berlin, Linda Lever, Brian Boitano, Yuka Sato, and N. Deller. Choreographers are listed as David Wilson, Kurt Browning, and Laurie Nicol. Laurie was responsible, I think, for the free program. Triplets double toe combination. Alissa is this year's American champion, was 9th at the recent Four Continents Championships, 15th in the world 2 years ago when she was last here. You could see going up into that triple flip that she wasn't going to be able to secure that landing edge. What Glenn has told us to watch for is Alissa's superior quality in her spins. Oh my goodness, you could really see the lean in the air from almost the takeoff. Body was not vertical, causing her to fall on the landing. Exquisite spiral. No rocking of the blade through the change of edge. Look at the speed. Probably the best spins we've seen so far today. I love her layback. It's one of my favorites. Beautiful arch in the back, great speed and ease throughout these transitional positions. Disappointing result with 2 out of the 3 jump elements.
Alissa Czisny, ladies and gentlemen, from the United States.
Oh. There's her opening combination. Triplets double toe. You could see that it almost as if her ankle collapsed a little bit as she planted her pick to get into the air for that triple flip. Not able to get the height to achieve those 3 revolutions. Here's the double axel. Looks okay at this point until right now. That extreme lean where your feet are on one side of you and the rest of your body's on the other side means it's impossible for you to hold on to that landing edge. This is Julie Berlin, one of Alissa's coaches.
The scores, please, for Alissa Czisny.
Score to beat is 55.90.
The short
Lead
program
held
scores,
by
please.
Estonia's Elena Glebova.
The total score for Alissa Czisny from the United States, 53.28. Alissa is currently in 2nd place.
Alissa moves ahead of Canada's Cynthia Faneuf by a margin of 0.14.
Representing Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Irina Movchan.
Irina Movchan represents Ukraine and will be skating to Tango by Gotan project. Her coaches are Galina Kuhar and Marina Tumanovskaya, who was also her choreographer. Ukrainian national champion, 19th at this year's European Championships, 35th at last year's Worlds. That's a shame because that was beautiful height on that triple Lutz. Just didn't get herself over that landing side, falling off the triple Lutz landing edge. Planned triple sow double toe, losing the second jump on the combination. Singling the required double axel. It's nice to see that spiral sequence starting from a back spiral. Interesting variation of position on that flying camel spin. One of the ways that you can tell about depth of edge, Glenn is asking me to remind our viewers to really watch the feet during the footwork sequences. One of the ways you can tell is if the blade is straight up and down, then they're not on a very deep edge. But if there is more of an angle where the blade hits the ice, that's a much better indication of a stronger edge.
Representing Ukraine, Irina Movchan.
You can see the amazing height in that Lutz, and then she just slipped off that landing edge, probably by dropping that right side. Jump was almost too big, that's true. Very ordinary layback for my money. Not a tremendous arch through the back. I like the addition of the head down from that donut into almost that back Bielman. Just want to remind everybody, Canada's 5-time national champion is in our next group of competitors. That warm-up is going to take place just a couple of minutes from now.
The scores, please, for Irina Movchan.
Young skater has lots of promise. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of her. 18 years old.
The short program scores, please. The total score for Irina Movchan, representing Ukraine, 35.06. She is currently in 22nd place.
With 10 more skaters to come and only a top 24. Here is the order of skate for the skaters in Group 9. From Switzerland, Sarah Meier, followed by Miki Ando of Japan, Fumie Suguri of Japan, Rachael Flatt of the United States, Canada's Joanie Rochette, and Susanna Pöykiö of Finland. This is Fumie Suguri making her way to the ice a little late for this warm-up, as is teammate Miki Ando. Very unusual.
Representing Switzerland, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Meier.
Sarah Meier from Switzerland. Five-time national champion. She has missed most of this season because of injury. She's had a herniated disc. She's been competing at the World Championships since 2001. Her best result, 6th place finish in 2006 and 2008. Two-time silver medalist at the European Championships. Missed out this year because of that injury. Skating to samba and Brazilians by Steve Stevens. She's coached by Eva Fair and Mark Pepperday. Her choreographers are Salome Brunner and Tatiana Dushinina. Triple Lutz double toe. Triple flip. Preparation for that jump for me is always a little bit short with Sarah. Not taking her time to really reach back, plant the pick, and get into the air. Step out on that landing. Good variations of position. In this combination spin with a change of foot. And from a spiral sequence into a double axel. I like the inclusion of movements reflecting this Brazilian music. That footwork sequence could be enhanced with a bit more speed. Beautiful layback. Look at how stable that position is. The center just does not move. Sarah Meier of Switzerland.
From Switzerland, Sarah Meier.
There's that triplets, double toe combination. There was that really short takeoff for the triple flip. No follow through of the landing edge. And a very secure double axel.
The scores, please, for Sarah Meier. The short program scores, please. The total score for Sarah Meier, representing Switzerland, 58.
New season's best by almost 10 points.
This is a new season's best for Sarah. She is
Sarah takes over the lead.
First place.
Still about 8 points behind Kim's season's best from this year. This skater, another really strong jumper from Japan.
Also represents Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, Fumie Suguri.
Fumie Suguri, coached by Nikolai Morzov. Skating to Fan Fan by Nicolas Jorel. Nikolai also responsible for the choreography. Fumie ranked second in Japan behind Mao Asada. Came in sixth at the recent Four Continents Championships. Last trip to Worlds was 2006, where she placed second. Failed to make the team between then and now. That was a beautiful triplets double toe combination. A little precarious on the landing of that triple flip. There's the double axel. Wonderful musical interpretation throughout this footwork sequence. I've always liked the lightness of Fumie's skating. Very clean skater. Fumie Suguri of Japan.
From Japan, Fumie Suguri.
Fumie has a wonderful, huge triple Lutz. There was the double toe for the second jump. Little precarious on that triple flip. Wonderful speed going throughout all phases. The scores, please, for Fumie Suguri. The short program scores, please. The total score for Fumie Suguri, representing Japan, 58.40. Fumie is currently in second place. Sarah Meier stays in third by a margin of 4/100ths of a point. Canada's Cynthia Phaneuf
from the United States
in fifth place.
Rachael Flatt.
Rachael Flatt from the United States, junior world champion a year ago. California native, makes her home now in Colorado Springs. She's coached by Tom Zakrajcek. Her choreographer is Lori Nickel. Skating to Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's and Piano Concerto No. 2 by Rachmaninoff. 7th at the recent Four Continents Championships Ranked second in the US, this is her first trip to Senior Worlds. Step out of that triple flip. Triplets, double toe. I imagine the judges will be double checking to make sure that that jump in fact did take off from the outside edge. I'm referring to the Lutz. Strong one-foot skating and good variations of turns and direction in this footwork sequence. Program going a long way to help develop a more sophisticated and mature vision for this skater. Beautiful layback. Double axel, lots of speed coming out of that jump. I love the turn immediately into this last spiral. Both Glenn and I are enjoying the fact that this girl looks like she really loves to skate. And when you feel that about a skater, it makes it a real treat to watch the performance and to be drawn in. You know what, I'm still not 100% sure about the change of edge going into that triple Lutz, but I really did like that second jump the toe. There's part of that joie de vivre. When Laurie Nickel was in earlier this week talking to us, she described skating as freedom. Just want to remind everybody, Joanie Rochette skates next.
The scores, please, for Rachael Flatt. The short program scores, please. The total score for Rachael Flatt from the United States, 59.30. This is a new season's best for Rachael. She is currently in second place.
Rachael Flatt moves into second place behind Nikki Ando, exceeding her former season's best by 1 point.
And now, representing Finland, ladies and gentlemen, Susanna Pöykiö.
Susanna Pöykiö from Finland, teammate Laura Lapisto was the European champion this year. Susanna is coached by her sister Heidi Pöykiö. Choreographers are Heidi Pöykiö and O Martikainen for the short program, Lori Nickel for the free. Susanna skating to Lilo's tune by Maxim Mervitsa. She was the longtime Finnish champion, currently though ranked third. Was also the bronze medalist at the recent European Championships. A little bit of a scratchy triple Lutz into a double toe. And a double axel. Not a lot of speed and very simple footwork in the circular footwork sequence. Glenn Fortin also remarking to me very flat edges. And we'd like to see her a little bit lower on that back sit to improve the quality of that spin. That position would have been greatly enhanced in that lowered sit by a much flatter back. You know, I have to say, this is a skater whose potential is remarkable. Susanna Pöykiö. The use of her talent and ability in this short program, well, there was not enough use of her talent or ability, I guess is my point. From the really bland and ordinary music to really a program that I've already forgotten. And the truth of the matter is that shouldn't be the case with a skater with this talent and this ability. Two-time European medalist. First jump, triple flip. was that messy triplets double toe combination. Don't forget, coming up in this next break, another conversation with Glenn Fortin. If you have any last-minute questions to send us, cbcsports.ca is our address.
The scores, please, for Susanna Pöykiö. The short program scores, please. The total score for Susanna Pöykiö, representing Finland, 57.12.
Good news for Canada.
This is a new
Joanie
season
Rochette
best
stays
for
in the
Susanna.
lead.
She is currently in 6th place. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have a brief pause.
Representing
This is the order of skate for
Republic
Group
of
10.
Korea is Janu Kim. Representing Finland is Laura Lapisto. And representing Georgia is Eleni Gedevanishvili. She's representing Russia. Please welcome now Elena Leonova.
Elena Leonova represents Russia. She's the newly crowned junior world champion. Ranked 5th in Russia, she was 4th at the European Championships. Coached by Alla Piatova. Her choreographer is Svetlana Korol. And she's skating to Al Andalus by Manolo Carrasco. Personal best in the short program, 55.50, that she established at the World Junior Championships. She reminds me of Irina Slutskaya. Triple flip, double toe. I'd be double checking that entry edge on that triplets. Real loss of speed in that last Bielman position on her spin. Very tidy double axel. And a toe Arabian. She could get her back just a little bit flatter. That would enhance that position. It's an interesting position. Holding your free leg without the assistance of a hand supporting it requires great strength. fresh quality to her skating. Quality of her spins is not as strong as what we're seeing in her performance quality and her jumps. Nice to see her go, Elena Leonova of Russia. I like the tight aerial position and the fact that there's great speed going into and out of the junction. And there's a bit of a no-nonsense approach. A real change of edge going into that Lutz, for my money anyway. I really appreciated the youthful exuberance in the straight line step sequence.
Мамочка, папочка, привет. Все, я говорила, что все будет хорошо. Всем привет. Ксюша, Ваня. Всем.
The scores, please.
Elena is 18 years old.
The short program scores, please. The total score for Elena Leonova of Russia is 58.18. This is a new season's best, and she is currently in 6th place. She's representing Georgia. Let's have a warm welcome for Elena
Elena Leonova represents Georgia. She is our final competitor in the women's short program. '25th at this year's European Championships. She was 7th a year ago, 10th at the Olympic Games in 2006, 20th at last year's Worlds. Skating to cabaret. Her coach is now Robin Wagner, coach of 2002 Olympic champion Sarah Hughes, and her choreographer is Nikolai Morozov. Triple flip. Triple toe, double toe combination. I like that change of edge and the strength required to hold that free leg position unsupported by a hand. Forward lean on the landing of that double axel. This program skated to the best of her ability. Elena Leonova representing Georgia.
Representing Georgia, Elena Leonova.
Awesome. You held it up. Good job.
If Elena had one thing to work on, it would be the polish and the finish throughout this program. It's the best I've seen her skate in a very long time, which is wonderful.
Hi, everybody. Everybody's going. I'm happy it's okay. Yeah, you know what?
The scores, please, for Elena Leonova.
Whatever we'll do. That's
The short program scores, please. The total score for Elena Leonova, Georgia, is 58.82, and she is currently in 8th place. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ladies' short program. The ISU World Figure Skating Championships 2009 will continue at 6:30 tonight with the free dance competition. Please join us then and find out.
The ladies' short program started 9 hours to go. Top 24 go on to skate the free. Here are the standings. In the lead, Yuna Kim from Korea, followed by Canada's Joanie Rochette. Defending world champion from Japan, Mawasada, is in third, with Miki Ando and Karolina Kostner in fourth and fifth. Elena Leonova, that we just saw, ended up in 8th place. Elena Leonova, this year's world junior champion, sits in 11th place. Canada's Cynthia Faneuf in 15th place at this point will also qualify for the free.